There is huge divide in the sim racing community as to whether one should or should not wear gloves. There are a multitude of arguments as to why one would wear gloves, the primary one being immersion. It can also help protect your wheel from sweat released by your hands, maintaining your grip on the steering wheel, and also in case your sim rig catches fire. This is my review for the Sparco Meca 3 gloves. Regardless of your reason for wearing them, we can all agree we look really, really cool. So to start off with, let's have a brief overview, and what we're going to be doing is comparing my 3-year-old pair on the right to a brand new pair so you can see how they change over time. The Sparco Meca 3 gloves come in 4 different sizes: small, medium, large and extra large. I will note the ones on the left are medium, the ones on the right are small. They're made of 47% polyester, 35% suede, fancy, and 18% elastane. Sparco themselves describe the outer layer as being both elastic and abrasion resistant, with the palm being made of scratch resistant synthetic leather. As you can see, we are demonstrating the synthetic component just here with the Sparco logo embossed here just on the left hand side. It's reinforced between the thumb and forefinger, which is good when you're gripping the steering wheel. They're breathable, as you can see the perforations over the fingers, and it also has Velcro fastening. Overall, the finish of the product is quite nice. The stitching is nice around the plastic embossed logo where the Velcro fastens, and as you can see here on the palm, there's some nice perforations to let your palm breathe whilst you're driving. So let's have a little look at how these have stood up to 3 years of sim racing punishment. Now, before we're getting really harsh on these gloves, I'm going to point out that these have probably had well over 500 hours of driving, and every time I touch my rig, I put my gloves on. If we have a close-up inspection of the dorsal surface of the gloves, that's the back of the hand, you can see that there is a little bit of mottling and fluffing up, for lack of a better word, just over the fingers, and in particular the index finger where it's been gripping the steering wheel. This is perhaps due to abrasion as it's been rubbing against the wheel, particularly for those long extended sessions, and I will note I've never washed these gloves, so they haven't actually had any punishment in the washing machine, and Sparco themselves do suggest you should dry clean them. As we can see here, the Velcro strap has stood up particularly well to punishment, and there is a certain satisfaction from strapping your gloves on getting ready for a race. You can see here on the Sparco logo there has been just some chipping and some cracks along the way, but ultimately it doesn't affect the function of the gloves at all. If we talk a little bit just about the breathability of the gloves themselves, they do have micro perforations on the leather itself, but with long extended sessions, particularly in the heat, you will sweat in these a little bit and you will become a little bit moist. Overall though, for the budget, and we'll talk about price in the next section, these have stood up tremendously well, I think, for the price you're getting and also the amount of punishment that I've thrown at them. Yes, they still don't look the prettiest. However, look at the palm surface, right? There's no rips, there's no tears, and it still grips the steering wheel as good as the first time I put them on. Am I happy? Yes, I am. A crucial thing for me when I'm racing is how easy is it to get the glove on quickly, because there's been plenty of times where I've sat down for an iRacing race and there's a couple of seconds to go and I've got to get the gloves on, and as you can see here, really easy. There's a nice big aperture, particularly with the released Velcro to get your hands in. They're strapped on really nicely and you can adjust the tightness to your satisfaction, and as you can see, ready for action. One of the most important things for me about these were the fit, because they've basically got to be like a second layer of skin and not shift and move when you're gripping the steering wheel, particularly at high torque. As you can see here, this is a medium sized glove. They fit really nicely and really snugly. We'll talk a little bit about sizing a little bit later to get the perfect size for you. There's a couple of tricks. Let's talk about price. Very important, and these can be purchased from Amazon for the price of £32.40 if you're here in the UK. If you want to go over to the USA store, they're priced at $35, which I think is pretty reasonable. If you choose to purchase this here, I will leave affiliate links down below, and this goes directly into sporting TTR and making me very happy. Let's talk size. Now, what you want to do is start with a measurement where you take a measure from the first web space across the back of the hand, wrap it around and measure from the first web space across the front of the hand, and then you'll be able to marry that up with the glove size guide that Sparco have released. Now, you'll notice I'm measuring at 8.5 inches across here, which should land me in the size small. However, small was too small and I had to go a size up to medium, so I'd recommend that. But it's going to be a bit of trial and error, but this is a good starting point. If you're after an excellent glove for sim racing that doesn't break the bank, this is an excellent shout. However, is it the greatest of all time? We're on a quest to find out the best glove here on TTR, and we will be reviewing the Sparco Hypergrip Plus next. Brief sneak peek, I think they're pretty good. I need to do a bit more extended testing with them, but it's looking promising. Let me know in the comments below if you wanted me to review anything else or you have a particular glove that you are particularly in love with. If you found use in this, please hit the like button, consider hitting that subscribe button, and as always, keep it a TTR for reviews and all that sim racing good stuff. Take it easy, look after yourselves, bye for now.